Well, our country is in serious trouble, and you can see the headlines there picked up by the Daily Mail today. Nigel Farage's warnings as to where we are as a country and the changes that we need to make. And that is one of the reasons that I'm standing for the Reform Party board, to try and change things and give this country a government that it deserves, that is actually going to do what is necessary to implement the radical political change that we need to see so badly. It is absolutely horrifying to think what a Conservative and now Labour government are allowing to go on in this country. We're seeing protests breaking out. We always want these protests, of course. They must always be peaceful. But we've seen them in Epping when it comes to one of these migrant hotels. We've seen in Norfolk. I mean, get your head around this one. So asylum seeker families are being moved out of this Norfolk hotel, and instead, you see the Home Office telling South Norfolk Council intends to move the families out and move in single young men. And that, of course, is because Labour, as with the Conservatives, simply refuse to do what is necessary to stop the boats crossing from France. They refuse to use the military. They refuse to take the boats back to France. They refuse to revoke French fishing licenses. They simply hand the French money and hope that it's all going to be okay. Well, it isn't going to be okay. This system has failed fundamentally inside the ECHR, and Starmer is overseeing a problem that is getting worse, not better. And by the way, people have every right to be concerned when you look at some of these statistics. We see here the Mail story that hundreds of people in taxpayer-funded hotels across the UK are accused of offences including rape, sex attacks, robbery, theft and violence. An investigation there revealing that 312 people seeking asylum have been charged with an astonishing 708 alleged criminal offences in 3 years. You also see another story here, more than 90 criminal charges brought against 41 people living in one taxpayer-funded hotel. More broadly, when it comes to law and order, well, the public's verdict is absolutely clear. Nigel Farage, more trusted than Keir Starmer, and people very clear that they see sky-high levels of immigration, failure to integrate as part of the issue with all of this. 49% of the country thinks that we are becoming a lawless country, just 35% of people disagreeing. And Reform, Nigel, putting forward the plan to actually deal with all of this, that Reform will be the toughest party on law and order and crime that this country has ever seen. You'll see deportations of foreign criminals. You'll see many, many, many new prison places that clearly we badly need, even if you just take into account the ridiculous population growth we've seen in recent years. So look, this is all a warning, and we face a choice moving forward. If we continue down this route of decline and lawlessness, our country faces even bigger problems in the future. This must be stopped.